American history, African American history,
history, public history, history, public history, public history, public history, history, public history, public history, American history, history, American history, history, public history, African American, public African American history, public history, public history, African American history, public reckoning, public history, public
African, public history, the history of American history, American history, history, African American history, American history, history, public reckoning, history, public, history, public history, African American history, history, public of American, African American history, public history, public reckoning, history, public reckoning, history, public reckoning, history, African American history, public reckoning, public history, public reckoning.
Public. African history, African American history, African American history, African American history, African American history, African history, African history, African history,
American history, African American history, American, African American history, American, African American, public history, American history, public history, American history, American history, public African American, public African, public history, public history, public history,
American history, public American, public history, public history, African, public history, public African American history, public history, public African, public American history, public history, public
African American history, American history,
Public history, African American,
history,
public history,
African public history, African American,
public American history, African
public reckoning,
history, American history,
public history, reckoning,
history,
public history,
African American
history.
African